Now at 5 a.m. on WKYT this morning, 3 men are in custody after leading police on an early morning chase. We'll have the details coming right up.
A Lexington man accused of murder will face a judge today. Hear the new details regarding the case.
And now that the jackpot has hit a record high, Powerball fever is sweeping the country. But is there a secret to picking the winning numbers?
This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning and welcome into you. I'm Rebecca Smith.
I'm Bill Bryant. It's Friday. We're glad you're with us. We have a lot going on in the news this morning, and we have some rain here and there as well.
You know, we're going to have to deal with the rain, but the Powerball is high, so that's the good news,
Yeah.
right? But let's focus on...
Good distraction, right?
Yeah, but I guess we got to focus on it a little bit, the weather with Micah.
Yeah, and we're going to be seeing a lot of that rain slide on through early this morning. We get into the afternoon, it does get much better as those showers do take over really our plans early this morning. Some of us getting some heavier downpours, but most of this is just some light rain flying through the region. Still putting off some pretty wet roadways. Lexington at 43, Frankfort 43 degrees as well. And then we hit the afternoon 51. Showers will be around throughout the first half of your day. Second half looks much better, and then your weekend is very active. I'll get into that forecast in just a few minutes.
And we'll see you in just a little bit, Micah. New this morning, fire officials in Scott County are investigating after a barn caught fire late last night. It happened just after 11 on Elk Lick Road in Sadieville. Firefighters don't know exactly how the fire started yet, but they say the barn had been abandoned for some time. After muddy roadways made it difficult for them to get there, fire officials decided to let the fire burn itself out after learning it was abandoned.
Lexington firefighters say quick work kept a fire from causing too much damage to another home that caught fire. The fire started yesterday afternoon at a home on Forest Avenue off East Main Street. Firefighters say a man doing work on the home accidentally caused the fire.
I talked to the gentleman afterwards. He said, yeah, he was soldering on some copper gutter work here behind me, and he must have got a flame or an ember or something back in there because it lit off.
Well, firefighters say the man alerted the woman who was inside that home and called for help. No one was injured. Firefighters say while the fire made it onto the home, they kept it from spreading beyond a stairwell. Well, this morning we've learned new details regarding a Lexington murder case.
Lexington police say Alan Burgess is charged with killing Kiera Green on Scottsdale Circle in June of 2014, and he is scheduled to face a judge today. WKYT's Michelle Chamberlain is joining us from our live desk with this new information we have on how police are connecting him to the crime. Michelle?
Yeah, DNA evidence has led to an arrest from the 2014 unsolved murder of 18-year-old Kiera Green. Police say Green was shot and killed at a home on Scottsdale Circle in Lexington in June of 2014. 3 others were shot as well. Investigators discovered several items at the scene of the crime, and those findings led detectives to the arrest of 22-year-old Alan Burgess. One of the items found in the backyard of the home on Scottsdale was a baseball hat. Forensic evidence was received in April showing the DNA in the hat matched Burgess's. Also, Burgess was arrested on unrelated charges last February. Now, during that arrest, police say Burgess was in possession of a handgun. The gun was sent to the Kentucky State Police Lab, and according to the arrest citation, the shell casings from that gun matched the shell casings found at the scene of Green's murder. Testing also found that the bullet that killed Green was fired from that same gun. The documents also state that Burgess was in a long-standing feud with Daquan Baxter, and Baxter was in the home at the time of the shootings. Now, these findings led to Burgess's arrest yesterday. He is scheduled to be arraigned later today. At the live desk, Michelle Chamberlain, WKYT.
Michelle, thank you very much. Governor Matt Bevin is warning of steep spending cuts in the coming months. The governor spoke last night during a Kentucky Chamber of Commerce dinner in downtown Lexington. He said he has had budget requests for an extra $2 billion in state spending over the next 2 years, but he says he will not approve that.
Because we must get our financial house in order. We have to shore up the foundation. We need to stabilize our economy. We need to send a message to our credit rating agencies that we are serious here in Kentucky.
Also at that dinner, House Republican leader Jeff Hoover said Monday could be an historic day in the state House. Republicans are trying to take control of that chamber from Democrats. Hoover would not elaborate.
Kentucky lawmakers will consider a bill that supporters say protects the state's gun owners. Earlier this week, President Barack Obama said he's using executive action to expand federal background checks to more gun sales. But some Kentucky lawmakers think he's going too far. If House Bill 35 passes, Kentucky would not recognize federal laws that restrict gun ownership. Some lawmakers say it has bipartisan support, but not everyone is on board.
The federal government knows what they can and cannot do, but should they step beyond that line and try to do anything which does abridge those rights, then we as the Commonwealth will not recognize that here.
I don't ever, no matter what the political moment is, I have never voted for anything which in my mind was unconstitutional, because I put my hand on a Bible and I swore to my God to uphold the Constitution of the United States. And I'm not going to, for political expediency, violate that oath.
Well, at this point, House Bill 35 has not been assigned to a committee.
Some shipping containers are now being turned into a new home in Lexington. The shipping containers are used normally to hold baby shoes, toothpaste, and cotton pads. Construction crews are now welding them together on York Street to create a more than 600 square foot living space. The North Limestone Community Development Group calls this a way to create affordable housing.
One bathroom, it's kind of a open floor plan. There'll be a deck off the back, there'll be a covered porch on the front.
Construction crews hope to have the new home ready by the end of May.
Now that it's the largest lottery jackpot in U.S. history, Powerball fever, you can say it has just spread and spread and spread.
A high fever. With no winners following Wednesday's drawing, the jackpot now sits at $700 million. People are once again lining up around the country hoping to win it big. But while the odds seem unimaginable, someone is probably going to hit, and we asked lottery expert Don McNay if there are any secrets to winning. He says luck is the secret.
All these people that have systems and ideas and super numbers, it's just luck. You just happen to hit the lucky number on the lucky day, and that's just how it works.
McNay says if you do happen to win, make a plan before you go to claim the money. The record drawing is scheduled for 10:59 Saturday night.
The curtain went up for an annual program that teaches Central Kentucky children about musical theater. The Broadway Buddies program kicked off last night at the Lexington Opera House. More than 100 children are taking part this year. The children learn about theater etiquette and stagecraft, and they get to take a backstage tour.
This is a program that's designed to introduce youth in Lexington who might not have the opportunity to experience the art and magic of live theater.
Well, the children will also get to see a performance of the musical Annie Sunday night at the Opera House.
All right, the sun will come out tomorrow, and it probably will. Maybe even later today.
Well
That's the one,
played.
a little peek here and there. All right, it is coming up on 5:08. WKYT this morning, and your Friday is just getting started.
Coming up, see what a NASA astronaut caught on camera while taking some amazing photos from the International Space Station. That story when we come back.
We have some widespread rain this morning. Better weather in towards your afternoon, though, as it becomes a little bit drier. Then we have more rain for Saturday, and then some snow showers for Sunday. I'll get into that forecast coming up next.
Now, your zone-by-zone forecast with meteorologist Micah Harris.
We have some nasty weather outside this morning, a lot of rain out and about, and virtually everybody's seeing this rain. If you're not seeing it right now, just wait. A little bit more is on its way. Some of us giving some heavier downpours, and you can see pretty moderate rain across Madison County and work your way down toward Mount Vernon in Rockcastle County. Then you go up toward the Mountain Parkway. Go from Jackson to the Mountain Parkway to 64, 60, and 64. That area over toward the east is a little bit swamped this morning. Moorhead now getting in on the action of some of the heavier downpours. If you're not in Moorhead and not seeing that just yet, give it 1-2 more minutes and it will fly right through your neck of the woods. West Liberty getting in on the action as well. Jackson, work your way back toward the Mountain Parkway into places like Powell County, Stanton, Slade. That's where we're seeing some of those heavier downpours at this very moment. Moving northbound, heads up Lewis County. It's heading your direction. Temperatures are there in the 40s. It is definitely not anywhere as cold as we have been the past few days. I guess that's a positive you can take out of this, when the clouds laying around and also some rain. Well, that leads to a little bit better with those temperatures. Still wet roadways, though. Watch out for that first half of your day. Pretty wet. Second half of your day, though, go into the afternoon and off into the evening, only slight chances of rain. So for the most part, the bulk of the rain is actually this morning. The second half of your day actually much drier, but not fully dry. Still a slight chance later on today. Lower 50s expected. And then we take you into your weekend. Watch your weekend. It gets really interesting. Saturday morning looks good. Saturday afternoon, I still think looks pretty good. However, we could have a small chance of rain before we hit the evening time back toward the west. But other than that, we stay dry for virtually all of your daylight hours there on Saturday. Temperatures will be there in the mid-50s too. It'll be a really nice day. But then we start to get off into late afternoon, early evening. That's when we start to see some rain progress from the south and back toward the west. And then it becomes widespread off into the night. So another shot at some widespread rain, but it's going to be during the nighttime hours. It won't really affect many of us there on Saturday. Sunday is what you want to know about. I know. Here we go. And the rain changes over into snow. It looks like snow showers will be with us there on Sunday. I will tell you this, the best chance for any light accumulation is going to be I-64 and points toward the north. That's the best chance. Not the only chance, but the best opportunity. So there you go. Maybe some snow showers there in the forecast for some of you guys on Sunday. 7-day forecast, 51 today, mostly during the morning hours. Afternoon is mainly dry, only a slight chance of rain. Saturday, it's flip-flop. So the first half of your day on Saturday is dry. Then we get off into late afternoon, off into the evening hours. That's when some rain moves on in. And then Sunday, there's your snow showers in the forecast. And you know what? That's not the only chance at that. Tuesday, we have another chance. Temperatures there in the 20s next week. Here comes that Arctic air you hear about, right?
Great. Whenever you see Arctic, you just know.
You just know it's going to be cold. That's right.
Some wanted it. Keep that in mind. 5:14 is our time on WKYT.
NASA astronaut Scott Kelly tweeted out an amazing picture of the sky over a part of Asia yesterday. Kelly took the photo while on the International Space Station.
But while taking the picture, he immediately noticed that there was something different about the sky and the side of the frame. Kelly says the haze you see is actually air pollution. It exists across large parts of Asia. Beijing recently announced its second ever red alert for air pollution. According to independent research group Berkeley Earth, air pollution is killing an average of 4,000 people a day in China. While the view from space is pleasant, that distinct haze shows just how bad that problem has become.
I would guess that was clouds.
Yeah, but it's not.
According to this astronaut, yeah.
All right, good to have you with us. 5:15 the time on your Friday morning, rolling toward the weekend.
We have a look at your money. Stay with us.
Looking for a hoverboard butler? What company is trying to make it a reality? Plus, looking for a way to lose weight? How about a taco cleanse? We'll tell you more about this new diet. I'm Hannah Daniels at the New York Stock Exchange. I'll have those stories and much more coming up in your CBS Money Watch report.
Welcome back in. Lexington police still on the scene at the Circle K gas station after it was robbed at gunpoint this morning. 3 people were arrested.
They're being questioned now. Police tell us around 2 o'clock this morning, 2 men walked into the Circle K on Richmond Road. One had a handgun, the other had a rifle. Police say the 2 demanded cash and then fled away in a vehicle. Police pursued the suspects after learning about this potential getaway car over to Appian Way. We're told 2 of the men then got out and ran. They say the man with the rifle, the man with it dropped that. He was tasered. Police tell us that the second person who ran was also caught. The 2 men and the driver all arrested. Right now, they're at least being detained. They're not facing any charges at the moment as the police continue questioning them, apparently at police headquarters. Could a device for transportation turn into a robotic assistant? The Fast and Furious movie series could be close to choosing its next filming location.
And can eating tacos every day be a health benefit? Hannah Daniels has the latest on your money.
Another tough day on Wall Street. Stocks tumbled into triple-digit losses for a third day. The Dow fell 392 points. The Nasdaq lost 146. The Fast and Furious franchise is eyeing Cuba to film the 8th installment of its popular series. This would be the first Hollywood studio film to shoot on the island since the embargo was set in the 1960s. The Fast and Furious is known for shooting in exotic locations, including Dubai and Japan. Ever want a Segway that turns into a robot companion when you're not using it? Meet the Ninebot. The hoverboard butler will turn into a self-balancing robot when you're not riding it. And it follows you around, takes pictures, even carries your stuff. The developer kit will be available later this year. The price for the mini robot has not been announced yet. Trying to get leaner and healthier this new year? How about eating tacos for breakfast, lunch, and dinner? In the book called Taco Cleanse, taco scientists out of San Antonio, Texas have created the cleanse, providing more than 75 vegan recipes where you will have to eat tacos all day long for 30 days. And that's your CBS Money Watch report. For more, log on to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the New York Stock Exchange, I'm Hannah Daniels.
Okay.
Does it ever end with these diet fads?
I don't know. Television maker LG unveiled a high-definition TV that you can roll up like a newspaper at this week's CES Technology Expo in Las Vegas. The 18-inch display is just one of the concept designs that LG will be unveiling as it attempts to predict the future of television screens. None of these TVs will be sold this year. It's possible they may never hit stores, of course, but it's also not totally clear why you would want to roll up or bend your TV. You know, like automakers' concept cars, LG TVs are meant to show off what is possible. The Consumer Electronics Show is running through Saturday.
It's kind of neat.
Yeah, there's some things you can invent that, you know, there's really no good reason for.
No practicality there, but
we'll see.
Neat.
I guess you could just roll it up and put it anywhere on the wall, that kind of thing.
Yeah,
That's the idea.
Good
All right,
order.
keep it here on WKYT for more news on your Friday morning, rolling toward 5:22 now.
Sports is up next.
After stubbing their toe on the road against Auburn over the weekend, it was the Lady Wildcats getting back on the win column against Alabama last night. Also, highlights in the OVC of EKU and Morehead State. That action is on the way next.
Very sloppy start this morning. The good news about having the rain and also the clouds out and about during the morning hours, those temperatures don't really fall that much. So temperatures are in the low to mid 40s. We'll take that. It's better than the teens and the 20s like we've had past few days. But that rain is pretty soggy. I mean, anywhere you go, it's just going to be on a soggy start. We get in toward the afternoon. Afternoon looks much better. Still a slight chance later on today, but it does seem to dry out as we approach the afternoon and evening hours. Lower 50s, not all that bad. So look at your forecast. Let's check out sports, see what's going on.
Good morning, everybody. The Kentucky women's team back on its home court last night, and the Cats looking to bounce back from its first loss of the season last weekend to Auburn. Matthew Mitchell and his team taking on Alabama at Memorial Coliseum. The Cats falling behind early, but Evelyn Akator going to the boards, getting the putback. Kentucky leads by 4. Akator again, this time left open from the free throw line. She'll hit the 15-footer. Cats lead at 21-12. Akator with 21 on the break. Freshman Taylor Murray takes it the length of the court, lays it in. Kentucky by 10 at the half. Into the second half, Alexis Jennings open. 15-footer is right down Broadway, 33-21. Cats in control as Macy Morris knocks down back-to-back three-pointers. This one putting the Cats up by 15, and Kentucky gets their first SEC win, 73-48. The EKU Colonels off to a 1-0 start in OVC play after beating Austin Peay on the road. Last night, the Maroons at home against UT Martin. First half, Jarrell Rochelle is going to knock down the three-pointer. He had a pretty good night. He's been one of the Maroons' best players so far. Off the turnover in the backcourt, Javante Hawkins. There's a steal. And here comes the layup to tie things in the first. But UT Martin would rally, building a double-digit lead. Jacoby Mobley off the dribble. He's going to pull the triple, and he hits it. Not enough for EKU last night, 78-70. Martin gets the win. Morehead State in its OVC home opener against Southeast Missouri. Eagles, they were on fire early and often. Corbin Collins from the left wing. That's for 3. He had 3 trifectas, finishing with 11, but the night would belong to Brent Arrington. He hits the deep 3, and the senior was just getting started off the steal. Arrington takes it coast to coast. He's going to have the thunderous one-handed slam. Arrington with 21, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 6 steals. He did it all. Morehead rolls 96-69. That is a look at sports. Have a great day.